Hey everyone, this is a Google Sheet that I would like us to use for our study hall 8th hour this year. This is a sheet that we used in a similar fashion back at Central. It worked really well, and what it does is it totally eliminates our students' ability to kind of slip through the cracks and escape or disappear during this time period. Um, this is something that everybody will be able to access either if you want to bookmark it on Google Chrome or whatever browser you use, or if you want to pull it from the middle school, high school shared drive that I created. It'll be in that spot for sure. But I just want to kind of give you a quick run through with how this works. It's pretty slick. I think you'll like it. I'll just use Bailey Ginsbach as an example right here. If I click the signed out to link, um, you'll see that we have pretty much every single teacher on here that's in the 512, as long as or as well as the bathroom, counseling, lockers, the office, anywhere that we think they might go. And now I fully understand that there are some staff members on here that have middle school responsibilities at this time. But let's say Bailey needs to talk to Amanda about something related to volleyball, and she just needs to talk to her real quick, something that would be that wouldn't interrupt Amanda's 8th hour. We could send her there, and you'll notice that this is going to timestamp, and then Bailey's going to disappear off of Sarah's sheet. Well, I'm going to go here along the bottom tabs, and I'm going to click on Amanda's tab, and you'll see that Bailey Ginsbach pops up on her area. So as long as we all have this up 8th hour, we'll be able to see who's coming and going. So let's say that Bailey then talks to Amanda. It only takes a couple of minutes. Then Amanda would send her back to Sarah by clicking on Sarah's tab, and you will see that she will pop up back underneath under visitors. So as long as we keep this straight, it literally is foolproof. Our kids really cannot abuse this, but we all have to be on the same page. Let's say, for example, that McKenna Garrett's is in yearbook and Dan needs her for study hall period. He can go in this sheet at any time during the day, and he can just put a pass request in, and he can type yearbook. And so when Sarah opens this at the beginning of 8th hour, let's say Dan has one in there, and let's say Souls requests a student, and then Miss Boyer suggests or requests a student as well. It'll look like this, and I can say, all right, McKenna, you need to go to Mr. Larson for yearbook. Mason, Mr. Souls wants you. You're going to go down there. You're going to finish a quiz. And Kylie, you need to go to Miss Boyer's room to talk about whatever it might be. So they're all going to disappear, and you're going to see them pop up here. So then, Crystal knows that at 9:50 in the morning, Kylie was sent. So if she doesn't show up within 5-6 minutes, we know she's moving around. That could be a minor. That could be um, a conversation that I need to have with her in the office. But at the very least, it's a conversation that's going to happen with the student. So again, this is a pretty foolproof thing if we use this well. Another example, there are some spots in here that don't have tabs. So if Brad says he needs to go to the bathroom, it is just going to stick on your sheet right there at 9:51, and then you can say, "Oh yeah, that's right. I sent Brad to the bathroom. He's not back." Then we'll know that he's not here. If Sam wants to go to the office, send Sam to the office. That's going to go. If Tristan needs to go to the locker, we'll notice there that all those items are going to stick. So there are some areas around the building where they're not going to populate to a different sheet. But for the most part, this is something I think you'll really like. There are going to be some roster changes between now and the beginning of school. There will also be some roster changes once the school year starts. I can take care of all that stuff. You just need to let me know what student is going to be in a different homeroom, and we'll go from there. So if you have any questions on this stuff, please feel free to shoot me an email, stop in my office. This is something we will go over again during PD, but I wanted to put this out there just so you guys can see what it looks like.